Kevin.
Wow. What?
You got this only nowhere else but you. Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now we're not. Look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the play.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish.
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers. What is up, everyone? O's win 5-1. Orioles win 5-1. Get out of Philly with a win. Avoid the sweep. Listen. It's a damn good team in the Philadelphia Phillies. Orioles obviously have their issues right now with the roster construction. They go out there and they win this final game. Trevor Rogers once again impresses. I mean, there is what we're gonna have this conversation off the rip. We're gonna have the conversation off the rip. Why? Because it's my show and we can do what I want, So that's why we have these conversations off the rip. Trevor Rogers is on a mission. Let's talk about his recent games and screw it. We're going to talk about all his games this year. So far this year he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 starts now officially under his belt. Started off against Boston, 6 1/3 innings, no earned run. That was when we were at the point of, okay, Trevor, let's build off this. Great start. Let's build off this and see where it goes. Next time up, a few weeks later, he comes up to face Tampa. Remember, he was spotted a fairly big lead, that 8-0 lead at that point. 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. Without a doubt, his worst start. Without a shadow of a doubt, his worst start, and it's not close. 2 1/3, 3 innings. Then how do you respond from that? How about we go against Texas? 8 innings, no earned runs. 8 innings, no earned runs. Next up, we got Texas again, 5 1/3, 2 earned. Then you go to Atlanta, 6 2/3, no earned. Miami, one of the hottest teams in baseball offensively. You can say what you want about the Miami Marlins. Their offense is humming and has been for a while, and this is when it was continuing to hum. Miami shuts down 6 2/3, 1 run ball. How about Tampa Bay again? Little revenge, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Colorado, 7 innings, no earned, because why not? Chicago, 8 inning complete. Pitches every inning the Orioles did. How about you pitch 8 innings of 1 run ball and get the loss? Just how this season's gone for the Orioles. And then today, 6 innings, 1 earned run against the Philadelphia Phillies. I said this before, and I'm going to on the Ryan Ripken show, and I'm going to say it again here. I don't think people truly understand how impressive it is for Trevor Rogers to pitch 6 innings, 1 run ball, and get the loss. Just how this season's gone for the Orioles. And then today, 6 innings, 1 earned run against the Philadelphia Phillies. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again here. I don't think people truly understand how impressive it is to go into these past few games with a 1.51 ERA and then a 1.48 ERA and find ways to lower it each time. It's impressive. I mean, Trevor Rogers is doing the damn thing. Everything you asked from Trevor Rogers, he is doing right now. When you traded Kyle Stowers and Connor Norby for him, I'll be honest, I went into this season, hell, when we acquired Trevor Rogers, I went into the deal hoping he is a 3.5 to 4 ERA guy. Like that, if he hovers in the threes for his ERA, that was a win. How about a 1.44 through 9 starts? 1.44. It's ridiculous. And I mean, I'm not going to do the math, but if you take the Tampa game out, that one horrible, not even horrible start, it was just a bad start. He's even better. I mean, he's probably got an unreal ERA if you take out those. This guy, this is everything we'd hoped from him. Like, I get excited talking about it right now because it feels good to have a lefty out there that you can hand the ball to and you feel like Trevor Rogers is going to go out there and get you the win. This is a damn good Phillies team. Let's not forget this. This was a damn good Phillies team. Philly team that is hot. You know, this team, what's their overall standings? Where do they stand in the league? The Philadelphia Phillies have the 5th best record in the league. They're 2 games behind the 2nd best record in the league. You know, this Phillies team, man, they're good. They're good, and that offense can hum when they're on, and they've been putting it together for a majority of this series. Trevor Rogers goes in and shuts the door. You know, he went up against the Cubs last outing, and you kind of sat there and you were like, this is a really good team. We're going to see how he does. Gets past that. Passes with flying colors, 8 one-run innings. That's awesome. That's exactly what you want. Next up, you followed up with this start against the Phillies, and I love. I'm going to say it again. I love that Trevor Rogers was able to finish the 6th inning. That not only that he went out there and did it, but that Tony Manzolino let him do it. That's a dog. That's a guy. He wanted to finish what he started, 104 pitches. I forget who it was. I want to say it was Sosa with that 10-pitch at bat. I wasn't sure if he was going to make it past him. Trevor Rogers gives up the bloop single, and you're thinking, damn, what's going to happen? I'll tell you what happened. He locked in, and he got the job done. Trevor Rogers delivered a start that you can only ask for from one of your top guys. In a tough game against the Phillies, they're looking for the sweep. They've got momentum. They've got World Series aspirations, and you got to find a way to get motivated, to get up for this game and go win it, and that's what he did. I couldn't agree more. I said this on the Ryan Rifkin show. Trevor Rogers would be my first extension right now. He would be. He has to be. I mean, Trevor Rogers, he's got one more year left on his deal. After that, he's a free agent. He has got to be the first guy extended. I know some people are like, oh, well, you know, you might overpay him a little bit. I don't care. Like, this is, if he continues to pitch even like slightly worse than what he's doing, if he gives you a 2.5 to a 3 ERA, it's dominant stuff. If you got him, you got to keep him. You know, you have Trevor Rogers in here. You have the ability to go out there and keep him, give him a contract extension. You don't have to go trade prospects for him anymore. Go keep him in Baltimore. It's the most important thing. End sentence. Keep Trevor Rogers in Baltimore. It's just a shame. Let's move on, though, past Trevor Rogers and go into the offense a little bit because it was a better day offensively. 5 runs, 10 hits. Against Ranger Suarez, who's a damn good pitcher. You know, that wasn't the Phillies given their, you know, up their best, you know, their throwaway guy, the number 5. It wasn't okay, if you win this, you win this. That was one of their top guys. Ranger Suarez is going to be a very highly sought after pitcher in this offseason. He's a guy that I would not mind seeing in black and orange next season. Would love for the Orioles to go after him. But Trevor Rogers outduels him. Holiday RBI single. That was awesome to see because it was right after Trey Turner singled to bring the Phillies within one. Get that one right back the next half inning. That's how you respond. We talk about wanting to see this team and this offense respond at times. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You respond when they go out there and get it done. You respond. Or sorry, not the next half inning, the next inning. So it was the 7th, that was the 5th. Respond, get it right back. Get it right back. Westy 0 for 4, his one bad game this series. I'm okay with it. It's going to happen. Jordan Westbrook, he's got his batting average up to 272. Just keep letting Westy play. I'm not worried about him. Gunner 1 for 4 with the single. Ended up scoring, obviously, on the Jeremiah Jackson double. Before we get to that, Adley 2 for 4 again. Adley Rutschman just looks like Adley Rutschman. Like that's what's so nice to see is Adley Rutschman straight up looks like Adley Rutschman. There is no. It felt like he was getting beaten before on things they hits. There'd be center fastballs he's missing. There'd be hanging breaking balls that he's missing. It feels like Adley is going up there with confidence. He's using the entire field. And how many times do we talk about when he uses the entire field, he is one of, if not the best hitter on this team. Overall, when you take all things considered, I think his batting eye when he's confident, I think his ability to go to every part of the field, obviously being a switch hitter helps, but awesome to see Adley continue to do what he does. Jeremiah Jackson. Round of a freaking applause for Jeremiah Jackson because he's gotten this opportunity. We weren't sure how much playing time we would necessarily see from him, all of that, yada, yada, yada. What has Jeremiah Jackson done since being brought up? Give you a hint. It's hit. What did he do in AAA? He hit. What has he done coming up to the majors? He's hit. That's why you give these guys who are producing in AAA a chance. That's why you give these guys a chance. Batting 278 in his, 5 games now? How many games has he played? 5, I believe. 6 games played this regular season. Jeremiah Jackson, man, he's doing a great job. I know in the outfield it's not pretty. It's not pretty, and Jeremiah Jackson will be the first person to tell you that. Why? Because he's not an outfielder. Hard stop. He's not an outfielder. He is a utility infielder. He is a utility infielder, second base, third base guy that now currently has to play the outfield. So, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. But overall, this is Are we back? Did I just go out? Can someone in the chat let me know if I just went out? Oh, okay. So it was my screen just went black for a second, and I was very, very, very confused what just happened. Okay, but back to what I was saying about Jeremiah Jackson. Jeremiah Jackson, all he does is he's hit the ball, done exactly what you've asked for him or from him since he got back or since he got here. I'm not worried about the defense in the slightest. Why? Because he doesn't play the outfield. He's not an outfielder. I think that is the biggest. I don't want to say. How do I want to word this? I think that's the biggest thing I take into account when I'm looking at him as the overall player. He is not playing a position that he's comfortable with. And for him to continue to hit in the way he has while playing positions he's not comfortable playing, you get him in a position that he's more comfortable in. I would not be surprised if Jeremiah Jackson is the utility guy next year. Plain and simple. I like his ability just as a hitter. And we talked about this on the show before. Just because, he comes up here and hits does not mean that he's going to be a part of the Orioles. Sometimes coming out and showing off this guy like a Jeremiah Jackson to the rest of the league to be like, hey, this young kid, how old is he? I think 26, 25. Young kid, also my age, more than a few months after me. Actually, a month and a half after me. But 25-year-old, you go out there and say, hey, this guy hits. Hey, you're a rebuilding team. We want that reliever that you have. We'll give you Jeremiah Jackson plus someone. I think Jeremiah Jackson can definitely be involved in some sort of deal going forward. I don't think it's ridiculous to think that. I think that him showing what he can do offensively, that's going to help the Orioles, whether it's on the 2026 Baltimore Orioles squad or whether it's, okay, he's a trade piece that helps acquire someone to help the 2026 squad. I think having a young kid come up and show what he's capable of, even if he maybe not be in the grand plan for prospects, he's not your top guy, that can't help or that can't hurt you. It can only help you. Super, super, super hype for Jeremiah Jackson. Now let's get into it. Kobe freaking Mayo, man. Kobe freaking Mayo. Keep letting this kid play. Keep letting this kid play. I'm telling you, this kid, he's got it. He's got it. And today's another example of the top lefties in the league. Over 420 feet. Let's Earl Weaver special it. Let's blow this thing open a little bit. One-run game for the Orioles right now, it feels like a loss automatically because with the bullpen, you never know what you're going to get. But you look at a guy like Kobe Mayo, it feels like another two-hit game. Feels like something's clicking again. He has played consistently since July 25th, and I think he has like an 828 OPS or something in that time. Keep letting this kid play. Let him get comfortable. And I know what people are going to say. What about Ryan Mountcastle? Ryan Mountcastle, he's coming back. Your first baseman. He's coming back. How do we find a way to – you find a way. I'm sorry, Mountcastle, but I know what Ryan Mountcastle is capable of. We've seen it. I know what he can be at his best. Ryan Mountcastle, the rest of the way, I would have take a backseat to Kobe. Now, I'm not saying he's a bench player, but I'm saying if you have a decision, because I think you rotate Kobe and Mountcastle through first base and DH, you can kind of rotate them to get them both a considerable amount of at-bats. But if we're playing 6 games a week, Kobe needs to be in at least 5 starting. Because that's how you see what you get. That's how you get comfortable. And I can tell you, a lot of people want to look back on last year and earlier in this season and be like, oh, well, Kobe sucked. Like we've seen Kobe. He sucked. Yeah, I'm sure thrown in the fire like that, getting inconsistent playing time, it's not going to help. If you can't see the difference in Kobe Mayo right now rather than when he first came up, I don't know what to tell you. It's a completely different batter in the box. That's a kid who's finally getting comfortable with major league pitching. He's not chasing everything. He's got a great eye, which people don't give him credit for. He has taken some very, very sketchy pitches right on the border, and he knows the zone. And then you add into that, he's swinging a confident bat more and more. He's got just oodles of talent, and the raw power is unbelievable. Kobe Mayo is a guy that I'm making certain is on this team and getting consistent at-bats the rest of the rest of the way. He has to. Like, it's a disservice to not only yourself, but Kobe if you are not playing him every day. That's a guy that can really impact 2026. You want a guy who can go out there, if he's your everyday first baseman, I think has 30-plus home run power, potential. It's without a doubt Kobe Mayo. And Sam, like, they've got some power bats coming up. I think something's going to give. I think they've got to bite the bullet and just no matter what. I saw comments today from Kobe saying pretty much to coaches if he's having a bad day, it's like, you suck today, you're playing tomorrow. Good. Let him play. Let him go out there and make mistakes. Let him get confidence. Let him lose confidence. Let him get it back. That's the stuff that you're working towards here. Because why? Because it's August 6, 2025. This season means nothing anymore. You're not winning the World Series. You're not making the playoffs. So how do you get the most out of the end of 2025? You get guys ready for 26. We talked about the difference in Kobe Mayo now, even between now and the beginning of the year. Add on another 100 at-bats before the end of the season. Add on another 120 at-bats. See the difference then. See the even bigger step he's taking. Get that confidence back. Let him know he belongs in this league. And then I'm telling you, in 2026, the sky's the limit. I couldn't agree more. I genuinely think so. I think Kobe's got that talent where once he gets confidence, he gets it all working. Watch out. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And let's also bring up the fact that, we'll get into Dylan Beavers and Sam Basayo. The whole point at the end of 2025, I've talked about, it's be a gritty team, build some sort of momentum. Get guys playing time. Get guys the ability to sit there and work on their game at the highest level. If you're able to do that, I think the end of the record book doesn't matter. Scoreboards don't matter. If you win games, you win games. Awesome. It's about getting these guys comfortable. It's about keeping that momentum ball rolling and then adding on to the team in this offseason and then going from there. Yeah, Kowser's having a rough go. I mean, I had a double today, but overall recently, Kowser's had a tough one. I'm still a Kowser believer. I think he's still a young guy going through pains. It's me personally. I'm not someone to give up on Kowser, but I know that there's some fans are concerned. I still think Kowser, when he's on, he's one of the best young left-handed hitters in the league. I mean, he came in second for Rookie of the Year last year. I mean, so he's shown us his potential. I'm not too worried about Kowser. If we're sitting here and he's batting .213 on August 6, 2026, then yeah, we have to have the conversation. If he's continuing this, then maybe you have that conversation. But I think he's got all the talent in the world. I really do. I think he's a guy that you can plug into your lineup and feel good about it. So I'm not hitting the panic button on Kowser. That's for sure. Not yet. Not until we get much deeper into his career. Alex Jackson, confirmed, has never hit a single in his life. Another double. He has now 9 hits as an Oriole and has 9 extra base hits. You might be thinking, oh, damn, that's a lot. Yeah, it's a record. No player in history of baseball has ever had his first 9 hits with the team be extra base hits. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, genuinely, Alex Jackson, thank you, I guess. I mean, batting .237. What is his OPS? 924 OPS. 3 homers, 4 RBIs. How many at-bats does he have? He has 38 at-bats. 38 at-bats, 924 OPS. At some point, there is something comical to it. I would love it. Alex Jackson, hell, he's not going to be your backup next year because Basayo, but keep him in the freaking organization. He's proven he can come up here, and when he's needed, he'll hit some. You don't have to worry about that. Alex Jackson will hit some. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We truly appreciate it. Going live after every single Orioles game, win or lose. I'm going to go hit the old tankathon. Orioles do not help their chances in the draft today with the win, but hey, I like wins every once in a while. I like wins. Wins are fun. So let's head on over to our draft lottery simulator. Orioles still have the 5th best odds. I feel like we've been sitting in 5. Like we've been in a weird middle ground where the teams below us were really far back. I think the Athletics probably pass us. They're really hot right now. I mean, they're 7-3. They're just playing great baseball. Would not be surprised if they passed us. Atlanta could turn it on, I guess. I would just love to get into the top 3. That'd be so fun. I'm not even saying even in odds. Like, let me just – Orioles getting into the top 3. Like, what if we just did what Cleveland did last year when Cleveland was, like, one of the top teams in baseball heading through the season and they had the number 1 overall pick because of the lottery? Let's do that. Let's do that. First off, let's simulate. Let's simulate. First simulation of the day. We have gone down every single time over the past 4, I think. I mean, what did I do to put Tampa Bay up 7 for the first? Yeah, that's the way. We're going to be doing a live stream. I'm going to be live reacting to the draft as it happens. So if that happened, if Tampa and oh my goodness. See how quickly I get livid. See how livid I get quick. Or how livid I get quickly. You get the point. You get the gist of it. All right, I'm resetting that because I don't like that. It hurt my feelings. So try number 2. Okay, I guess 5. I guess we'll sit. Minnesota up 5. Damn, they have loved Minnesota. They put them up 4 the first time for the second pick, up 5 the second time for the first. Atlanta down 5. I mean, listen, if we ended up with the 5th pick, I'm not mad. If they stayed pat at the 5th pick, so what? You know, that happens. I would be very, very, very happy with another top 5 pick in the organization. Any crazy falls? No. All right. Reset and one final time. One last time for the one time. Number 3, where are we going? I would crash out. You guys would see me crash out live. 8th pick, San Francisco up 10. Of course they are. Minnesota up 3. Minnesota's the winner of today's draft lottery. Minnesota got picks 1, 2, and 3. I mean, this is ridiculous. That's, you know what? It's my, you know what? Yeah, it's my show. I'm not ending on a number 8. That's why you never be satisfied. Never be satisfied. Don't quit. Always that extra rep. There we are. The Baltimore Orioles have the 1st overall pick. How can you not be romantic about baseball, baby? That's what I'm talking about. This is any crazy? Kansas City up 7. Any falls? There has to be. Miami falls 4, which really sucks because you have to jump all the way down here if you just move. Because I think Miami's right in between this horrendous gap. So they fall a singular spot and they go down 4, which is awful. I'm telling you, me and Kevin keep talking about it. If these teams stay together, this becomes an insanely awful spot to be. You do not want to be hovering in this 9-8, 8-9 range because you can very quickly be picking at 15. You could very easily be picking at 15. But if you're a team like San Francisco, we saw them move up a ton earlier in this because they moved up just a little bit. They hop over these teams. And then suddenly you're sitting at 8-9 instead of 15. So, I mean, that's cool. You know, I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we did one more. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm putting the call-in link in the channel for you guys. All right, so call and link is live, and I see Kevin's behind the scenes now. Kevin, we just had a big win.
Yep, and I just had a big cat emergency, which was fun. So apologize for being a little late.
Oh, okay. I hope everything's
everything. It's not a health emergency. It's all good.
Oh, okay. That's good then. That's good then. I was like, hope everything's okay.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kevin, we fell to the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th pick, and then ended on the 8th pick, and we were like, we're not doing this. Simmed it one more time and got the 1st. So
let's see. Sometimes it just takes a little luck. That's all it takes.
Never stop gambling. It's the motto of the guy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go. I mean, I'd never started in the first place, so I guess. Actually, I'm probably not connected to. Oh, I am. Oh, automatically. Wow, that's usually when I disconnect. It disconnects me from the mic. Look at that.
Well, look at that, Kevin. Kevin, anything you got before we hop into some call-ins?
Man, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head with Trevor Rogers should 100% be the first one extended.
Yeah. I don't think it's close.
I mean, obviously, like, you want to get Gunnar done and Adley done and Westberg, but actually, I guess I need to get this out of the way first. Is Rogers a Boris client?
I don't believe so. Let me.
Because if he is, then we might. Because that was my thing with Gunnar and all them. It's like, we know that Boris doesn't really do that. Although, is Roman Anthony a Boris client?
I don't think so. There's no chance he would have signed that.
I was going to be like, huh. That would have been interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Gosh. Yeah, I don't see. Usually it says if he is. So I don't. There's a real estate agent in Wellington, Florida named Trevor Rogers. So if you're looking for that.
Trevor Rogers, represented by Trevor Rogers.
Who knows? Who knows? It could be. Could be. It could be. I also see the Yankees and Rangers. There's 2 outs in the 9th there. Yankees are up 1. I'm kind of hate watching right now, seeing if Adolis Garcia can maybe win that game. Ooh,
that'd be electric.
Foul ball. But let's head into some call-ins real quick. First up, we got our guy Danny behind the scenes. Danny, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, Danny?
Oh yeah, and Rogers, he's not a Boris guy.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Danny, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling all right, man. I'm feeling all right. It was a good win, but hey, like, wins don't really matter now the rest of the year. It's about, getting guys reps. Happy for Kobe. Man, he's gonna be a star. I
think so too.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Kobe, and I think games like today only help him. You get that. It's one thing, we saw him hit the homer off the position player. That won't do much for your confidence. It's nice to see one go out, but to hit one out against a top lefty like Ranger Suarez, that makes it even better. Who was pitching really well. I mean, he had 4 really good innings going up into that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Suarez, he's been great this year.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Like, ironically, they had a thing on. It was on Bleacher Report. I guess doing some stuff for next year about where guys were signed, and they actually had the Orioles signing him.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Gosh, I would love that.
And I think it was like 4 years, $104 million, which is about $26 a year.
26. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm definitely doing that if I'm the Orioles. If I'm the Orioles, that slides in. You have Ranger, you have Bradish, you have Rogers, then you also add in guys, obviously like Kramer, obviously Povich. You get Wells back. We'll see where he goes, bullpen or rotation. But you would have a damn good rotation if you had him.
This is what I would do. I'd sign Ranger because I also feel like unless you're going to go get Framber Valdez, a lot of the guys top of the market I don't trust. And you're going to be wanting a lot of money. Again, Dylan Cease, I like Dylan Cease. he's not having a great year, but he's very up and down, and he's also he's a Bourse guy.
Yeah.
I don't know about Ranger, but like Ranger, he would be a good, cheaper option for I think the years that the Orioles that they want to do, and then G-Rod. I know they're saying he should be ready by spring trading. Like I don't trust it. I can't.
No, I can't. It sucks.
You can't slot him in. I'm and Zach, I know this is kind of your thing. Is like it's a luxury at this point if Grayson pitches for them. Like
I agree. So what I would do is sign one guy, and I would trade for another guy.
Yeah. And there's enough on the market where you can definitely do that and come out with. Like I'd go get a lefty or I'd go get one lefty and one righty.
I agree.
One lefty, one righty.
And I know. I think the guys from Big Town Sports, I think they said that they think that they're going to trade for the pitchers, and they're just going to they're going to offer a blank check to either Tucker or Kyle Schwarber. I'm like, well, I like that, but
they have to.
I would love it, but
yeah, they have to do something. They
have to do something. Like I said, like I feel like they need to get a bat, but I feel like you could probably get a guy who can do what they need to do. I feel like, again, the most important thing they need to address is their pitching staff. And the bullpen, I'm not to worry about. Like, they can sign some guys. They're not cost a lot of money, make some trades. Like that, I'm not worried about at all. It's more just the starting rotation. I feel like you need to get two guys. And if you get you have a Kyle Bradish, potentially G-Rod, but I'm not saying that. Potentially a Suarez. I personally like Edward Cabrera in Miami. Yeah. I feel like he fit well here. A guy like that. Perez, even from Miami, is very, very good. Perez, you have Rogers, Kramer, Povich, and Wells. Yeah, like Young. Like he's pitching better. Depth. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what you need. You need star power. You also need the arms behind him. And I thought that for I just go back to last season where we thought that they were seven. And they were seven deep with the starters. They had the stars, like that big three of Bradish and Burns and Grayson. Like it was all there for them. And then it was just injuries. That's been the last two seasons. And it's just, every team deals with it, so you're not going to use it as like an excuse, but it just severely limits your floor and your ceiling, and you wonder, it's like the what if of this. And not that the rotation was like built to win this year or anything. Like they clearly could have made better moves there, but that's why I think this offseason is one of the most important in this franchise's history. Like you have to hit it because, again, they're not playing for 2029. Like, they're playing for this year or next year and beyond. So I agree with you. It's get two guys in, get an outfielder, or a guy that you can put in the middle of the lineup and you can just plug and play him for 150 games and he'll go hit 30 homers. It's a good blueprint, Danny. I like it.
Yeah. And also, like, I know, like, Orioles fans are up in arms about the extension for Roman Anthony. Hey, man, I'm happy for him. But also, like, the guys, like, Trevor Rogers should be the first guy extended, personally. I feel like start with someone small. Again, he's not small, but like on the smaller scale of money, I feel like you could get him for like a good deal, but not have to break the bank. Yeah. And also like the guys we want extended. Again, Scott Boras is their agent.
Yeah,
it's tough.
The only one who's not a Scott Boras guy is Adley Rutschman, and he is not. He's starting to play better, but he has not been the Adley Rutschman we all know and love.
Yeah, I agree. I think Trevor Rogers has to be the first extension. He's been the guy. I think it makes too much sense with when his contract expires, when everything happened. He's the guy. You cannot, especially with what Stowers is doing right now in Miami. You can if Trevor Rogers is on the Orioles for the next 5 years doing his thing, pitching to a 3 ERA even, that's a win-win. You got what you wanted. You lose this trade outright, no question, no matter what Rogers does in the next 2 years, if he leaves.
If he
leaves in fee, then it's over. Then there is no more debate. You cannot give up Stowers and in return get someone who looks great and then not sign him.
I
But
agree.
it's going to be really interesting to see. Danny, appreciate you calling in as always, my guy. We'll catch you next time. Have a great Wednesday, my friend. Awesome. Let's keep it rolling. We got Arkansas Joe behind the scenes real fast. Joe, how we doing?
Joe, what's going on? Oh, is that the background in there? Look at that.
I want it to be included, guys. It's the green screen show.
Yeah, let's go.
But I couldn't get it.
He can't figure it out, he said.
It's still very.
You know, it's working.
It looks like he's peeking through. He's trying to watch me. He's like
watching from the background.
I know. It's like the one eye is yeah. There you go. Now both eyes.
Yeah, it could be the motion in the room, but when I move it, I'm gonna get this figured out.
Okay, all right. Next time you call in, we're expecting full green screen.
I'm gonna have it right, but I want it to be part of the crew.
But wait, we got 2.5 green screens. I love it.
Yeah, I was trying to make it fun, but it took me I'm glad I wasn't the first caller because it took me 5 minutes to figure out.
I know. Yeah, you're it's transparent. Like the Arkansas is peeking through. You're being there. You see
a lot going on.
Yeah.
You might be a ghost.
Let me
I don't know.
Do this right. Hold on.
It's actually just on your beard now.
Let's see. No, that made it worse.
Yeah, I don't know how it's
crazy.
Only
I don't know why
beard.
it's not registering. It should.
It made it worse. Like it should be, but I'm gonna get it figured out.
Okay. Next time. Next
But
time.
Let me see if turning the light off helps. But yeah, we're gonna get this figured out so I can have a little bit. But now it's bleeding me through now.
Yeah, it's now it's trying to take over.
But yeah, I thought I'd have fun with it, but I'm not a professional like you guys. So
This is still fun. It's still fun.
It still works.
We got a little bit there, but yeah, it's the one I use for the reels every day. So
okay,
I like it. Hell of a logo.
Yeah. What's on your mind, Joe? What do you got for us?
The Orioles won a ball game today.
I know, isn't that crazy?
And
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. I say give Trevor Rogers a 3-year extension, so he's in Baltimore for 4 years, and followed up with a Kyle Bradish extension. Because I don't know if Bradish would take an extension because he's been out all year, so he might want to bet on himself and pitch Cy Young caliber year next year. But he might also say, you know what, John Means blew out his elbow twice in 2 years, so I might want to take this bag right now.
Yeah, you know who might want to take an extension? Well, actually, I don't think he would because his value is so low. But if the Orioles gave Grayson anywhere close to what he was looking for, I'd do that in a heartbeat. The problem for Grayson is that I don't think the Orioles are going to give him what he's looking for, at least not right now.
I'd make him my 7th inning guy next year, and Tyler Wells my 8th inning guy. I'm not putting Grayson in my rotation. I don't think he can stay healthy. Just like Wells, I don't think he can stay healthy as a starting pitcher. Just imagine 7, 8, 9 of Grayson Rodriguez, Tyler Wells, and Philip Bautista.
Be a lot of gas.
That's
That'd be
It's a lot of gas.
Unstoppable back end bullpen. A man can dream, can he?
Yeah, well, if they go out there and get 2 starters, I'm treating Grayson as a luxury at this point. You know, just if he pitches, that's great. If he doesn't, we shouldn't be betting on him being there. You know, that's kind of where I am with him.
Yeah, I agree. But I would re-sign Danny Colomb if I'm Michael Elias.
Yeah.
Because that's like the biggest blunder of your offseason last year, because that man pitched his heart out.
He's great. When Danny's on the mound, he is one of the best out there.
I'd give him a 2-year, $5 million deal.
Yeah, I would too. I bring him back.
I think that's. I would have. They don't really have much this year to trade up for, but I would have said, "Hey, Minnesota, you're offloading them," and I would have brought him back and extended him and I think that would have showed the fan base that Mike Elias knew he made a mistake.
Yeah, or at least it would have been a move for it, like one little, not like it'd be like little in the impact department. I think it'd be a big impact, but it'd be a little like look ahead to 2026, I guess, or where like you kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel there instead of just offloading everybody.
How about Jacob Webb and Danny Coulombe are on the Rangers together now?
I don't know how's Jacob Webb doing over there.
Probably pitching every day like you did here.
I know he started well. He might have fallen
You
off.
got 3.75 ERA.
Yeah, okay.
Not horrible.
I think he fell off a little bit from his good start, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
Danny
Danny
Coulombe still has a 106 ERA because
Danny is disgusting.
I would bring him back. That's the biggest blunder of the offseason. Gary Sanchez doesn't help, and Tyler O'Neill, but at least they played. We've had no pitching. So,
Yeah.
And from what I read, they sent $8.5 million in cash out for those trades. So
yeah, which is
that's
normal.
It's just like, okay, here, we want you to take these guys. We'll pay you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think especially in the Morton deal and stuff, they're just paying off the rest of their contracts most likely. I think for Morton and those, I know some people are really concerned about the 8.5. It was money that was on the books for this year that was leaving the books next year anyway. So it's just them paying off the rest of some of these guys' contract. And if you did that and you got better prospects, that's a win. I'd be more concerned if they were accepting lesser prospects because they didn't want to take on more money. I would be more like, what are we doing if that was the case?
Yeah.
Your 2026 starting rotation: Rich Hill, Charlie Morton, and Justin Verlander.
Let's make it happen.
Club.
Hey, we're bringing Aaron Rodgers for the 4th spot.
Might as well.
He might. Why not? If he can
Get all the guys, all the old guys in here. Scherzer can come on down.
Get Jamie Moore on the mound.
Yeah.
At this point, he's probably pitching better than some of these guys that we're going to bring up here for the bullpen over the next few weeks. But Joe, appreciate you calling in. We'll get the green screen fixed next time.
I'm pumped to see it not being transparent next time.
I'm gonna test it tomorrow, so we'll play around with it with
Let's go.
Gary Wood. We'll play around with it with Brooks and the boys tomorrow. We'll get it kind of fixed up.
Nice.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Arthur Rhodes. That's
I love it. Joe, we'll catch you next time. You have a good one.
Love it, Joe.
Peace out. Awesome. Let's keep it rolling. We got our last guy. We got Jake behind the scenes. Jake, how we doing, my man?
Yeah, Jake, what's going on, man?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing? Good win.
Good win.
Look, it was a good
there's
win.
not a line behind you anymore. You're at the end of the line with the call-ins.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I know. I was vacuuming when I heard y'all say y'all were loading up the thing. And I was like, oh, shoot. So a little behind Arkansas Joe. But yeah, no, it was a good win. I was writing down a couple of things I saw today. I saw that is B War or F War the more reliable?
I go off. It depends. It really depends.
I use both, but
I've seen people use both.
Yeah, because there was more difference than I thought. But I looked at B War and it had Trevor Rogers. He's a 3, like 3.0 exactly. He's right behind Gunnar, who's a 3.6, and then it falls off to I think Hauser and Westberg. Really, I want to say. So it's like, dude, that guy's already just racking it up. Dude, and he was an absolute. I agree with 100% with you guys, but he was an absolute dog today. He wanted. I think that 6th inning. Those are the kind of little wins. I mean, these are the things we want because I look at this rest of this year as this is spring training extended. No. We're kind of like those NFL teams that get kicked out early, but it allows them because they're not in the playoffs for a month and a half or 2 months that they can recover, draft more, put more capital towards drafting our free agents and whatnot, and then they are ready to go for the next year. And that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's about retooling at this point for the Orioles, and I'm just trying to take any positive I can out of this year. That Rogers to me, that's a big positive. You look at him, Kobe, things you can take into 2026. It might not amount to anything, and it won't this year in terms of postseason or making a run. But you take that into 2026, you add the necessary pieces, you're able to add pieces to already positives you learned about last season.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And And when it comes to like, and because I am like really, I'm fascinated by the business aspect of sports, and I see kind of like I try to see what Mike Elias and them are doing. 'Cause I listen to David Sampson talk. I listen to him quite a bit, and 19 years of experience as the president of the Marlins, small market team, but he's so brutally honest. I can't get mad at him. Like
Yeah.
he's like, and whenever anybody's like, dude, you sold your teams or you did this or that, and you totally crashed out, and he's like, no, he didn't, and here's why, and here's why I got rid of this player. Like he's on a whatever. He just doesn't care. But what I was gonna say is just like he even admitted that he actually answered one of my questions today about like, hey, what is the Orioles should they be doing? And he's like, they're doing exactly what they should be doing
Yeah.
right this moment. And it gets the fans motivated for next year because I think you all could probably agree that I think going into this spring training even and this year going, yeah, it's motivated more than it was in like, 4 years ago. But like I think there was a little bit of a malaise a little bit where how the end of last year ended and the
Yeah.
playoffs. And then we were like, okay, what are we walking into?
Yeah.
And I talk about it all the time. I think the end of 22, they got the momentum that helped them go seamlessly into 23. And at the end of 24, I think they crashed and burned and they couldn't get back off the ground until, unfortunately, recently. And then you sell everyone. And that's tough to return to that, level. So that's why I think, like you've said, the whole point of the end of this year is playing these young guys, seeing what you have, but like gaining momentum. And then in this offseason, I think the biggest thing is they could have bounced back immediately if they went out and got an ace, if they added, big name guy, didn't let these guys walk. That would have brought okay, we're going for it again this year. But I think the fans and the team, when you lose a lot of guys, you lose Corbin, you lose Tony, you lose all these guys that were such vital pieces to your team. I think it does kind of, there was this little like, okay, like what's this year going to be like? It wasn't we're going for it. It was what are we getting this year? And I think that's why you have to let these young kids hit, let them play, see what you got out of them, let them get comfortable, and then add on to the team enough to where you feel like this is a contender. Go get a Ranger Suarez, Framber Valdez, make a trade, whatever it is to get a frontline guy. Build a nice bullpen, maybe add a big bat to the lineup, depending on if you like what you see from Basayo or Mayo, or if you want to put that pressure on them immediately next year. It just feels like you have to go in with some momentum from these young kids and then build on it in the offseason, because you can, if they do nothing again, they can win the final 10 games of this year. If they do nothing again, we're walking into next year going, of course, here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, you may have mentioned it in your list there, but I think it's the word of the day, right? The resigning of people, and I think that's that. I mean, I said it last year, like it was like the day before the season started. I was like, they announced right now that they re-signed Gunner to an extension. However many, like something similar to nuts. What's his nuts in Kansas City? I was like, I would give this an A minus. An A if we for last year, an A we gotten a starter on an ace, but you know what? You re-signed the guy that everyone wanted to. Now people are going to go buy the jerseys. I mean, I don't have a Gunnar Henderson jersey because I don't want to see him go play for the Braves in like 4 years. Like I'm not going to play that game. But I will say, and last thing before I get out, because I know you guys are probably trying to get out. I saw Jim Bowden. He also was talking about Adley Rutschman when he was talking yesterday to the hater from Baltimore yesterday, Castillo, whatever the hell that guy's name is, La Conforta, whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you absolutely, because Conforta, I guess, is like, I don't trust Rutschman. And then JB was just like, no, I 100% trust Adley Rutschman. He's like, yeah, he's not having the year he wants, the comeback year, but he's getting better. We all saw it, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, that's what you do. You offer him a contract, because JB was a GM for like 18 years. He's like, I'm not gonna. This is one of those contracts because he's 27, about to be 28, and he's had this kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you're not gonna pay him on potential, which is like what these young guys are getting. You're gonna pay him what he did, what he's done. And so he had 1 year, whatever that the war is. Is it per war? It's like $8 million, and you just kind of average it out based on his highest year and what he's done the last couple of years, and he should take it. Yeah, I know he's not a Boris agent, excuse me, but I mean, I'm sure he wants to get paid. He's playing a position where he might be done in his career in 2 years just because of injuries and whatever else. So if I was him, I would take something.
Yeah, if you can, the Orioles, it's one of those things where it's like, it's creeping. I mean, after this season, Adley's got 2 years left. So it's not like he's one of those guys where you look down, we're like, oh, in 6-7 years when these guys, it's approaching, especially for him. So I agree. I think he's a guy that it can't be underestimated or understated how much this team relies on him when he's going. I mean, when he's playing well, when he's hitting, it seems like this team just passes the baton, especially he and Westberg. When they are going, the whole team just seems to fall in line. Even the Gunners and stuff just seem to follow their lead. I would give him an extension. I'd give him 3 years without a doubt.
Yes.
Get him until
100%.
he's like 31, and then he can, if he's still playing great, he can still get another contract. But,
exactly. I 100%. 100% agree with that. Yeah, oh shoot, I was gonna say something to that, but yeah, I was gonna say his defense, like this year, I guess somebody said it's ticked up from last year. When he's healthy,
so.
and I did write something down. I was like, Gunner, after April 30th, like he's just been like on fire in the field. Not only at bat, but in the field, like, he's making the plays he makes because he makes those crazy plays. He's so athletic, but like he's being consistent.
Yeah, I think
our defense is getting better. I haven't looked at the stats, but
yeah, I mean, I think it's up to 180-ish attempts without an error recently. He's on a streak, which is So and that's big for him because we know the big plays that Gunner can make. It's always been the routine, and if he can shore that up, it's going to be big for this team. I couldn't be happier about where Gunner is kind of progressing. Even I think it's like since June 1st. We keep talking about this down year for Gunner. He's batting like 305 over the past 2 months. Like it's like one of those things where his down year is most people's career years, and we're just like, man, Gunner doesn't have it this year, and like you say, leads the team in WAR. And it's like you sit there and you're like, damn, what is this guy like? What a disappointing year. He's just the best player on the team by a good amount still.
That's it.
And it's like that's Gunner though, and so you expect more from him, but. Even his down years, if he can just continue to get that bat going, just the launch angle. He's hitting it 1,000,000 miles an hour. I just need the launch angle go a tick up so it can go from a hard ground ball to second base to a 400-foot homer to the outfield. So that's kind of where I'm not worried about Gunner, and I know some people are, but I agree. It's so nice to see the defense because that was the one kind of knock was he's rushing. It just feels like he was forcing too many things. He's taken a massive step forward in improving that.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like him, Westberg, I think their defense is solid. I'm curious if Jackson will become that next backup. I think somebody on the sportscast was saying that he might be a Urias, a younger Urias, maybe if we're lucky, but we'll see. But I'll get off the mic, guys, so other people can maybe some people jumped on or whatever. But I'll see you guys.
Appreciate you, Jake.
Appreciate you, Jake.
Yes.
All right, man.
Be safe. Have a great one. Awesome.
Thanks,
See you next time, Jake. It's gonna. With Gunner, I'm just excited for him to be. What is his official?
Yeah, and I see Carlos asking what contract would we give Gunner, years and money?
$400 million. And people are uncomfortable with it. I'll give him $400 million.
Yeah.
Now, with that, I'm buying out the next 15 years. Like he is never. You're giving him that contract to never play. Like this is
at least 10.
I was going to say this isn't. This isn't $400 million over 9 years. This is. I would give him $400 million for like 15 years. Buy him out till he's 41. Like I'd do it for 10. If you go 10 years, I'd give him $300 million. 10 years, 350.
I'd go 350. I'd go 350.
10 years, 350. Yeah. I'll give it to him. People don't understand. It's like he's going to get paid. He's going to get a monster.
Now that's not
contract.
The deal. Jordan Adams. That's not the deal. Jordan Adams is going to get like $700 million from the Orioles.
You heard it here first. I'm trying to real fast see what his. I remember. I think it's since June 1st.
For Gunner?
Yeah, June 1st all the way till. So. Okay. Where are the Orioles? Here we go. Since June 1st, Gunner's batting 312. What's the OPS? One standard. Okay, I guess I'll take advance. Has an 879 OPS. Yeah, he's been fantastic since June 1st. Roman Loriano's batting 303 with a 902 OPS since June 1st, but okay. Damn.
Could have saved the Orioles.
And, all right, Kevin, anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's going to do it. Orioles get the win. Leave Philly on a dub. Avoid getting swept. No game tomorrow. Enjoy the Ravens game. I'll probably hop on. I know Kevin's going to be weird for you, but I'll probably hop on for like 30 minutes after the Ravens game tomorrow to just talk a little bit about that, maybe some things we see and all of that. But that'll be just more of a fun thing to talk preseason, get some little bit more football reactions in. But that's going to do it for this edition of Kevin and Zach React. We will see you next time. Johnny Giovotella.
Wow.
I used to get him in MLB all the time. It's my backup second baseman.
I'm blanking on the guy that I want to do. Oh, why can't I remember who it is? Oh, this is gonna frustrate me so much. I think he was on the Royals. Not David Lowe. It's an infielder. Royals.
That's good. Lou Ford.
No. Nah, I'm cheating. I'm gonna look it up. Well, Giovotella also played for the Royals, but I'm thinking of someone different.
Why am I feel like I know who you're talking about.
No, it's not this guy, but I'm just gonna say this guy because I can't think of it. Oh, actually, there are a couple on here. Okay, but I'm just gonna go with Wilson Bidamite.
Oh, what a beautiful pull.